We were really starting to feel at home here and enjoyed doing all the little things, whether it was in the house.
It's a frog. Under our bed. Nothing too good for you.
Or out in the garden.
Come on, really.
However, we also had some major big things about to start happening that would really change the house and make us feel even more at home here as we put our stamp on it. As you might remember from our first house tour, when we viewed the house, the upstairs bathroom was a make or break for us. That was the one room in the house where we thought, can we really live in this house if that bathroom exists like that and we have no way of changing it?
And we had so many ideas of how we could solve it. We even thought about using one of the other rooms as a bigger bathroom, but then we would also miss like a big room.
Yeah.
And it also wasn't easy with the pipes. And that was really, I think that was actually the biggest point for us, where we doubted for a moment if we could make the house like we wanted.
Yeah.
Because it was just so small.
And it was just one of those rooms where not a lot would fit, and it would just be a shame to have everything else upstairs and then you have to go downstairs to the other bathroom, and we would basically only have a toilet and a small sink in there. So when the opportunity came along and we thought about, let's make it a dormer, and it got approved, we were very excited, and it made us feel like we've made the right choice.
And when we bought the house, the price went so far up because of all the other people that were interested that we didn't really had a lot of renovation budget left. But the only thing that we kept is the budget for the dormer.
Yeah, we were like, this is really worth it.
Yeah, so this will probably be our biggest expense.
Our budget gone, basically.
To be honest, that's also something that we don't really wanna do ourselves. We could maybe somehow figure it out, but everything with like water, pipes and also roof, it's just something that I don't want to risk doing a bad job. So we decided to get a contractor for that, hoping that they are going to do a proper job. And it got even better actually, because we found this little crawl space that was like in between the bathroom and the bedroom. And it was just used as some storage. But we found out that we could actually use that bit for the bathroom as well. You couldn't use it at that point because the ceiling was slanted. You couldn't even stand there. But with the opportunity of the dormer and having it straight and even further out the wall, that really gained a lot of space for us.
Do you remember the measurements from the top of your head? How much space we actually have in this bathroom now?
We do have 14 square meters now, actually.
And how much was it before?
It's hard to say. It wasn't like, it was maybe half or a little bit less, but because of the slanted ceiling, you couldn't use any of that.
I think this is one of the rooms that I'm most excited for now, because it's really like a room that we've just built, or we're going to build even. But one thing I really want to talk about is the windows, because with it being such a big, vast wall and space, we actually have the opportunity to have 3 different windows. And in the original plan, they did all the windows the same size. And so one thing that we really wanted and was on our vision board was a bathtub under the window, but so that you could see out the window super well, because of course we have so much nature here. I kind of wanted like this indoor-outdoor living space where you kind of feel, surrounded by nature and you can see it. So we actually made a huge risk in designing the window to be bigger, the middle window. Well, you measured it really well, but it's always a risk because the measurements, of course, could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure how high the floor will be, and like it's just so many risk factors there. So I do hope that we did a good job with measuring it, so that you can still open the windows in the end.
Yeah, because of course we'll have the floor, the new floor, the insulation, the heating pipes, then the proper floor, then the tiles, then the bathtub, and then also So we want it so that the bathtub is on the same level as the window, but that you can still open the window. So we're really not asking for much here.
Yeah.
So we took a massive risk and we spent hours trying to figure out the measurements for the window. We looked at so many different bathtubs because we also don't know what bathtub we want yet. And we figured out like an average height of a bathtub and we went from there.
If you see it on paper, how big the window will actually be. If you say it's like a meter wide and a meter high, then it's really hard to imagine that. That's the height.
The ceiling.
The ceiling. The
That's
window
the
will
window.
probably start here somewhere. And the bathtub in between. So that's the bathtub. So we can go for like around 130-ish. Cool work. He said maximum height is around 175.
Oh, so we have plenty of room.
So 130. But I do feel like with the middle window being a lot bigger in general and also going lower, that it's good having the other two not as low, because then we can put like a washing.
Or the sink.
You know, it's I think a bit easier to utilize the space.
Yeah,
then.
actually, yeah. And also it matters how it looks inside as well.
Yeah.
So if you can't utilize the space, then what's the point having so many windows?
What's also really important for us is that we keep the style of the windows kind of the same. So we kind of want the same layout like we already have with the rest of the windows. And one thing we noticed is that they all have like a bigger section in the middle and then two small
Horizontal lines.
horizontal lines. So I do think that's really something we should try to replicate.
But they are literally going to start in a few days. So I feel like we're soon going to find out. And it feels really difficult because these decisions are so final. And so we really have such a vision with it. But it's just about, fingers crossed that it comes to life and that we made it the right way. It was all moving so quickly, we didn't have much time before the workers would come and start on the doormat. And before that, we had to have the whole bathroom stripped back to its skeleton, literally. So Max set about making this his job. With only 2 days to start, Max had a lot of work ahead, but we didn't mind. We felt like this would be absolutely worth it in the end. Being able to gain so much space was just going to give us a lot more freedom in the renovation process.
So it's finally time. In 2 days they're gonna come and build in the dormer here. This was actually a huge downside when we bought the house, because the bathroom here is just really tiny. This is the upstairs bathroom. Was a shower and a toilet, but that's pretty much it. So I need to hammer out the walls now, because the more I prepare, the cheaper it will get.
After all the days, Max had finally come to an end, and this part was going to be the most exciting. Of course, we had envisioned the final look and measurements of the dormer on paper, so we knew how it was going to look. However, seeing it come to life would bring everything we had envisioned together. And so when the workers started, we really didn't know how to feel. Therefore, we couldn't help ourselves heading upstairs on day one to have a sneak peek. What we've done today in the bathroom. It's so big. It's huge.
Actually, it's
I
huge.
can see the ceiling now. How tall it's gonna be. Look at that.
So good.
And the bath will literally go here.
It's so much more space.
Can I stand on this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm already in the bath and envision what it will feel like. So I'll be like this height.
And we can look at Billy.
Billy! 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 I'm here! I'm up here! Billy! They all come. Billy! I'm in the bath! Billy!
They're so confused.
And I can also face this way and look at the oak. So pretty.
Really nice.
So good.
Nice, it's so much bigger.
But can you believe that before the bathroom literally ended here, but you would have to stand like this to be in this area? Like the wall was here.
Yeah.
This is the old wall. So in this bathroom that was originally here, you could only stand up to the here basically.
Yeah.
So if you went for a wee, you were headbanging on the wall here already.
And back there was closed
That
fully.
was fully closed, but we never expected this. Like, this is more than we envisioned. And to also get this area here, that adds like another, I don't know how much.
Even that square is bigger than the bathroom here was.
Yeah. So it means we can have like the washing machines there or some storage, and then the ceiling, like, I can stand all the way up to here. Oh my God. And this is going to be the big window in the middle,
And the view.
and the view with the field and trees and Billy. And then we have two smaller same size windows on the side, and that's going to be the shower. So when you're in the shower, you can just look out of that window. So good. We were over the moon with how the dormer turned out, and we could already envision the rest of the bathroom coming to life. But we had to put all that excitement on hold as we had to head out for a job. And this time it would be even harder being away, knowing that we were making so much progress with the house finally. Been in the car 6 hours now.
Yeah, 1 hour left. I think I was quite quick today actually. It wasn't too bad.
Recently just cut my finger here. I don't know if you can see. But basically, I was cutting Max a lemon for his drink.
Oh, it's my fault.
Because I wanted to decorate your drink. You were having an elderflower juice. I wanted to put a little lemon slice in, give it a little decoration. And it was super wet because I'd washed the lemon because I wanted to put the skin in as well. And I just slipped and like cut my finger pretty deep. And I was just examining it, how it was healing. And then I remembered about my frostbite from Finland. It literally, I think we went to Finland when, like, at the start of this year.
January?
Yeah, I did this injury 6 months ago, and it looks so good, like it's completely gone, you wouldn't be able to tell. But you were trying to argue the point
Which one?
that it was bad. I don't think it was that bad, it healed pretty well.
Well, you need to first say what actually happened. Because your finger was frozen. You had literally like the worst frostbite, and it was literally like that much of your finger.
It wasn't that much.
It was that much. I still have a photo of when it
Do you
started.
have a photo of that?
Yeah, when it started defrosting.
Yeah, I have a
But-
photo and it doesn't look that bad.
It was literally white, frozen, and it was hard like an ice cube.
It was actually green.
Yeah.
The tip, it was, all I remember is that it was frozen to like here. Like
For sure.
this bit.
For
That,
sure.
from my memory, that bit of my finger was green and solid. And it was basically because it was like minus 30 or something. We were filming and I was holding the camera like this, and I had, I think, the fingered gloves, and then someone gave me like a mitten, and I like was so cold that I didn't even think twice. I just shoved my hand in this mitten. And obviously I couldn't feel my fingers because I was so cold, so my fingers must have been like this inside, but I just didn't know, and I just cut the circulation off.
And luckily, you took it off after like an hour to change or something.
Yeah.
And then we saw that it's frozen.
It was they gave me a heated thing,
Yeah.
a heated pocket, and the lady was like, you have to put it against your skin, you can't just shove it in the glove. And I was like, I really don't want to take my gloves off, please no. And she was like, you have to. So if she didn't tell me to take my gloves off, I would have never known, and my whole hand would have been.
Yeah, we were really lucky. And the moment I saw it, I was like, fuck me, because you literally almost lost your thumb like 6 months before that.
I know.
And I
I
was
laugh,
just
otherwise I'll cry.
really in panic. So I got the locals where we were filming with, asked them what to do, and they immediately brought you in the house
They were really
to
good.
put it in like warm water to defrost. And in the meantime, I was just Googling about what to do.
That's the
The
wrong
first thing I saw was when it turns black, it needs to get amputated. I was like, yeah, awesome. We're in the middle of nowhere right now. So I went into the house to see you, how you're doing, and your finger literally started getting black. Or it was more like blue at that
Navy,
point.
yeah.
Navy, yeah. Classical navy blue.
You know what I mean? Not like bright blue. Navy.
Yeah.
Driving days are always longer than expected, so when we finally arrived, it was already late evening, and I was doing my routine checks on the chicken cameras. Look at Papa, he's just staying with her even though he's wet and cold. Because I had developed a problem with my silky Ferrero, who decided it was safer to sleep outside with her chick Peppa than to be in the house with horrible head-pecking Miranda. And being so far away broke my heart because none of us could do anything about it at midnight, and after Chip's incident earlier that year, I was traumatized. So we just had to go to bed and hope in the morning that they would be okay. Luckily for us, they were. So we headed out onto our shoot. We started with an interview setup, and these are some of Max's favourites to do as he always loves to get creative with the lighting and dynamics. We always love being here so close to Max's parents, so we can stop by when we're in this direction. We have a dilemma because we are wearing traditional German wear, and I didn't bring any suitable shoes, so I would either wear black trainers or my chicken shoes, which are at least the same colour as the dress. And then we realised that Max has his work boots, which actually suit his outfit, so I'm going to wear his shoes.
I mean, why
Thank you
not?
for your shoes. But this time we couldn't wait to get home, not only because of Ferrero's new bad habit, but also because of the dormer progress. But of course, whenever you're impatient and want to get somewhere quickly, the world makes it very difficult for you. But those 6 or 10 hours later, we didn't waste another second to sprint up the stairs and see the dormer again.
Let's have a look.
You ready?
Oh, it's so good.
Really different room.
It's so much space in here now.
That is insane. This whole section here is insane.
It's so big. Wow.
Yeah, Billy, I can see you.
It's really huge.
That's the shower now, and you can see we took this beam out finally. You can see what that would look like.
A new drywall ceiling will come underneath here. So this is like the ceiling.
Seeing the dormer how it looked now, we couldn't help ourselves but already begin envisioning where everything would go.
The bath has like 160, I think, a big one, so probably from that side to here.
And so in the next days, when the dormer was completed, we had the whole bathroom layout kind of figured out already.
Such a nice sunlight now.
And I look tiny compared to this room now, which is crazy.
Actually, you could barely stand in here before.
I think here we're going to stick to the shower, right?
Yeah.
So we will probably take this out if we can, both of these. And I would actually not mind them if they're like smaller here, but we'll just see if that's even necessary. But this whole section will be the shower, and the glass will come on the inside of the beam till about here, wasn't it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Till about here.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a nice walk-in shower, and you have the amazing view out of the window. And then to utilize the space, we will also do like a nice little storage here, or like towel racks, or like an open cupboard that you can store towels in and things. And maybe a small radiator here so you can heat the towels. Because also, of course, the bath is going to go here right in the middle. So in the middle of the window, quite close to it, we'll have the bath so you can look out. And then the toilet, we decided, goes in this corner because I sat here and you're centered out the window, so you're just watching the trees, and I think that's just amusing. So the toilet will go there. Because originally we thought about having the toilet here with like a half wall, so we could keep the sink here. So we would have the sink here with an extended wall, so it can be bigger. But then we realized that it's quite the squeeze. If the bath comes out till here, then you only have this little section to walk through. So that was a lot of maths that we did to get to this point. And then originally we wanted to have the laundry here, but I mean, it might still go here, right? But hopefully not.
I think we decided for the other room.
Yeah, so we decided that the laundry might be better in the other room because we have a tendency to have a pile of clothes in the bathroom, and that's just not gonna be the vibe in here. So with that being like the closet anyway, we decided it's better to have the washing in there, and then we always get change in there. So hopefully that will work with the pipes. But that means that here we can have a huge table with the sink, and it gives us enough space to have all of our makeup and things.
And even 2 sinks now.
Potentially 2 sinks, yeah. And then a huge mirror with some lights, and also the view. Because we really like the view. And I also really want like a bigger radiator here for more towels and other things. So yeah. We think we finally figured out a good layout strategy.
We were not sure about the roof now, or the ceiling, because the plan was to put the drywall on here, so that would be the new ceiling. But then over there we have it higher, and so we will get like a weird step in it. And then over there we even have the last bit slanted down. So it's like a lot of steps and weird combinations. So we thought we just gonna take these ones out and make them higher. So we'll come out straight here, and from there on it will just fall down. But then we basically don't have these weird steps. We have a pretty high ceiling there, and then it just falls down. And also this beam here, which just looks awesome once it's refurbished, will just stand out more. I think it's a bit more light and airy than having it like weirdly built in. Yeah, so that's the next step. Unfortunately, before we do all the insulation bits, we need to wait for next week until the heating water company comes, because we need to keep planning where the pipes go and for them to like do the layout and how to organize it. And after that we can start finishing the bathroom, or basically starting the bathroom. A little bit.
Ferrero, I need a word with you.
Finley,
Isabella.
all that designing work gave us a bug for it, so later that evening we waited for it to go dark to design one more very important thing.
One thing we are really struggling with is how we want the lights to be basically in the whole house, because what we definitely don't want are ceiling spots. I think we decided against that because
Yeah.
that will just make it look too stand-up modern, kind of.
Yeah, I think it would look way too modern, and it's also very distracting. I feel like the beam should be the main feature, and sometimes when you have so many little dots on the ceiling, it can take away from anything else that's on the ceiling.
Yeah, even though it would make like a nice
lot of
even
sense.
light and
Yeah.
would make it bright, but I think it's just not the style we want to go for. And then on the other hand, the beams make it very difficult to put like a hanging light, hanging lamp
Yeah.
in there, because that would also just look a bit weird. So
And it's also such a big space that you would need like multiple hanging lamps too, to just flood the place with light
yeah,
at nighttime. So I came with a great idea.
that was actually my idea. Your idea, my tools.
We recently bought a new flash for working, and it's quite powerful, and it looks like a certain type of light you can buy. So we decided to test it at nighttime, and we were actually surprised with the results.
We have like these movable ones that we just saw.
point it a little bit more to the
So yeah, we can do it however we want, like with the ring or just down.
Yeah. And the good thing is we have symmetry, so we have this one we can do, and we have that side the same, so we can light up the kitchen. But I love this idea. Wait, I haven't seen it like this. Can I stand here? It's so cool.
And I mean, like I said, the spot will be brighter.
Yeah, because these walls can get so dark, and it makes the room look a lot more closed. So having the walls here brighter will just like expand this room a lot.
To be honest, because we can hide the cable on the beam, we can just do it.
Add more.
Whenever we can just add one more. That means that's not the issue.
Such a cool idea to light the beams, because otherwise they just blend into the room.
Because I think I prefer that than this wall is brighter. But do we then also want one here?
Maybe we can put it more in the middle. Yeah.
But I think symmetry-wise, we should
Keep it the same.
either. Like then I think we should also do it in the middle. And I don't like that as much as here.
You know what I think will be really difficult in this room? This corner, because it has this double beam situation. And of course we're gonna light up the outside beams the same. But does that kind of block it for you?
So,
You know, like the beam underneath, do you think it blocks too much light?
that would be nice.
That's nice.
On the back side, so we
Face the wall.
here.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, I'm really excited because 5 minutes ago we had no idea what to do. I think one thing we hated was the idea of putting spots in here, right? Because
Yeah,
we think they would just look a little bit like landing strips.
yeah.
Max is doing it now.
Like, no matter what we do, we will need quite a lot of them, and then it literally looks like a landing strip.
Yeah, because it's such long walls, and then it only lights up a little section of this room.
Yeah. And I do think, as we planned it now, it's more of an indirect light. We more light the walls, the beams.
Everything that bounces back,
Yeah.
kind of.
And it will, I think it will just, especially when we light the beams, like that, it will just like create such a dimension in here, I think.
But the flash actually is like the exact type of light that would suit, I think.
Yeah, we actually like this black tube spots.
Yeah, I think so too.
That was actually game changing, the idea.
Yeah.
And I do hope it will be enough light, but I feel like it would look really pretty.
Yeah. I feel like I was very nervous before, but now that we've done this, I feel very confident in our choices. So I'm just really excited to make them come to life one day.
Yeah, yeah.
One day soon. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you soon. First.